welcome everyone. I'm happy to have you here to learn about LibKey Nomad, a service that the library recently enhanced. We actually had LibKey Nomad a while, but the LITS team recently sat down with a rep to understand LibKey Nomad++ and what new features they had in that. But today, we're just going to talk about LibKey Nomad in terms of branding. LibKey Nomad is a powerful browser extension that allows you to check for Drexel subscriptions while you're on the World Wide Web. So no matter where you're surfing on the web, it's really just a simple click of a button, and then you can check whether or not the article that you're looking at is actually purchased by Drexel or if it's open access. And so we're going to do a very brief rundown of it, scheduled here for 30 minutes. And so what I'm going to do is first show you what LibKey Nomad kind of looks like to get a sense of, what is it. Then I will step-by-step walk you through installing LibKey Nomad. And then lastly, I have two use cases that I think are somewhat unique. I don't know if they're unique, but I think that these use cases really illustrate the power of LibKey Nomad. So that's where we're going to go next. So first, we will just take a quick look at what LibKey Nomad is. Okay, so whenever you are on a publishing website, a scholarly publishing website, or in fact any website that might hold citations on the web page itself. I'm going to show you Wikipedia soon. The base form of LibKey Nomad, once you have it installed, is a button down towards the bottom left of your screen. Drexel uses a blue button with the Drexel Dragon logo. And right now, this button is just telling me that Drexel does have a subscription to PubMed, that there are items on PubMed that we have access to in general. Once you start getting into your website and you start doing some searches and stuff, you'll begin to see either this button may change over time, depending on if you are, like right now I'm on a brief results screen, but if I were on the article page itself, instead of provided by, it might turn into a download PDF or a view ebook button. On aggregator sites like PubMed, where the articles aren't always hosted on the website itself, when you get a brief display screen, you will get LibKey Nomad buttons right here next to the brief results. So, although it'd be nice to click in here and learn more about the bib, but users can very quickly click on the download PDF button and view the PDF in their browser or have it download immediately. When you click into it, those buttons also appear. For librarians who are teaching, it can be one or the other, right? It depends on if you want to go really fast or tell them come in here and the buttons will still exist here. In this particular case, the reason why it's somewhat cool is that these are the LibKey Nomad buttons. Remember, it's this nice blue text, and you'll often see a logo towards the left of it. These buttons work, but PubMed always has its full text links towards the right. So those still work too. Folks who are really used to PubMed, but hopefully for new students, first-year students, if we encourage them to use LibKey Nomad, they'll see the download buttons a lot closer to the actual title, a lot closer to the IDs and of the actual citation. Okay. So how do we get LibKey Nomad onto our computers? I've already shared this LibGuide link in Zoom. The special page on our electronic resources LibGuide has a bit more information about LibKey Nomad and some top tips, in addition to what I'll be talking about today. and it has the download link. So the download link is thirdiron.com/download Nomad. For those in the room with me, you can even just Google download LibKey Nomad and get to it. And here I can copy and paste this link directly into Zoom as well. So I was planning to follow that, and then I will follow it myself by copying link address. Now I'm going to go into Edge just because I already have things set up in my Chrome. You can download LibKey Nomad on any popular browser. So when you go to the website, download Nomad, just follow the on-screen instructions as they appear. A nice button here to get LibKey Nomad now. And then you choose the browser that you're currently on. I'm using Edge. When you click this button, it'll take you to your browser's extension store, or its web store. And we were already on we were already on the product website, but just so you know, this is kind of what the branding is. Their default branding is green flame. The company is Third Iron, and the official name is LibKey Nomad with that camel case. So depending on your web store, you might see a get button here. You might see an install button here. Go ahead and click on that. And let's follow the on-screen prompts to add the extension to the browser. Edge immediately opened the LibKey Nomad extension for me. You might have to go up into the upper right here into your puzzle piece icon and open the extension yourself, because this is the LibKey Nomad extension itself. It's kind of like the editing interface where you can change minor things. And there's really only one more step to install LibKey Nomad. So you've installed the software. Now you need to connect the software to Drexel's subscriptions. And as it says here, select and search for your library name. We're going to search for Drexel University Libraries. And that's it. As soon as you type and you kind of click enter or click away, it's already set. No, there is no save button or confirmation button. So that's it, right? That is where the extension is. And like all extensions, they kind of live in the background for the most part. You can always get back into them by either doing manage extensions or add or remove them or temporarily remove them by using the icon in the upper right. I'm going to move back to my Google Chrome, and I'm going to get ready to show you two use cases of how I think a user might use LibKey Nomad. We've seen it on PubMed. We've seen full text on PubMed. So how about Wikipedia? If I were new to the school and I am doing a first-year writing course, perhaps on bibliographies, and I have to write a bibliography on someone I don't know, personally, I think that it's okay to go to Wikipedia to read up on a topic that you don't know much about first. However, as we all know, it's common sense not to cite directly from Wikipedia. So, I do believe that it is perfectly fair to follow the citations from Wikipedia and cite what Wikipedia cites so that you're actually looking at the real published research and really finding, okay, yeah, this statement does have evidence behind it. So even on Wikipedia, you will see the LibKey Nomad button. And here's how it can be useful. Let's say I was reading up here and I really liked this sentence. So Poe is a central figure of Romanticism and Gothic fiction. Kind of a broad statement, a real strong statement, right? So I want to follow and know why they said that. So in Wikipedia, you can always click on the superscript to get down into the references section. When you're on Wikipedia, the LibKey Nomad button actually acts as an anchor, I guess you would call it. So what it does, so when you click on the button, when you click on the LibKey Nomad button in Wikipedia, it immediately takes you to the references section of that page. And it is the references section of the page where you will begin to find more LibKey Nomad links. So I liked that citation, and here, well, I mean that quote, and here's where the citation is. LibKey Nomad has a button that I can just download the PDF. And sure enough, it's downloaded onto my computer. I got to say, I cheated with this first example. It was the first example, so I just wanted to use it because I knew you would see this button soon. This is an open access article, so hey, the citation actually has a link to it right here. However, you're not always going to find that. So what are some other buttons that you will see on Wikipedia, other websites? If I scroll down, we see a view ebook button. We see access options and more ebook buttons, right? Depending on your Wikipedia page, you might see a lot more going on. These buttons appear on only certain ones because the buttons appear where they see identifiers. To want to use this one, because it has an ISBN or a DOI, a direct object identifier, or a PMID, a MED-ID. So, but this one, it doesn't have a link in the citation. So what is LibKey Nomad going to show me when I click View eBook? The title here is Vedovkin Style. Click View eBook, and it does its stuff, and it takes me to a new website. It takes me to EBSCOhost. Yes, this is the right title. And in EBSCOhost, we have our full text links on the left. That looks like full text to me. And sure enough, it is. I take another, what I do is I always just take another quick look and make sure that just text appears on the page. And so that's awesome, right? So from Wikipedia, it'll look at the references and say, hey, if we own that, it'll have a button. The other one I wanted to show you is access options. This access options link actually means one very specific thing. It actually means that we don't own the item, and it's going to give us all the access item, all of the options that Drexel would like to offer in lieu of a digital copy. So when I click on it, it will take me to a very special Dragon Search page that kind of builds itself based on the citation information. So we have the citation information up here, and all it shows is our interlibrary lending options, our Easy Borrow for books, and Iliad for electronic delivery. So, and again, these links work, right? These links work to ultimately get you to connect to Easy Borrow and perform the service that way. If for some reason clicking on the access options is too cumbersome, or you're not ready to actually submit a ILL request, on the access options buttons, there's also this hat icon that when you click on it, it is instead the citation manager. So it can be connected to your citation managers. These are actually links to the citation managers. So you choose the one with whom you already have an account. I think I was trying to click Mendeley earlier, and it would have a pop up, but then it's like yeah, and then just sign in. If you had signed in earlier in the day, you wouldn't be presented with this screen. And that is it for Wikipedia. Let's move on to the second use case. So again, LibKey Nomad is useful for searching the World Wide Web on your own, right? Our Dragon Search, our website, and our e-collections are already up to snuff. They are constantly being improved by us directly. LibKey Nomad is to help folks find the correct or find the best full text of the article or book when they are searching by themselves. And so I think sometimes we work with clients who have a favorite website, a favorite, what do you call them, databases, scholarly publishing area, like PubMed, like SciFinder, Elsevier, Science Direct, or perhaps Oxford Academic. I really like Oxford University Press. And I know, and so, me knowing that I need to do research and get books for Edgar Allan Poe, yeah, I could search the wide waters of Dragon Search, but I know I'm going to get some good ones here. So why don't I try it? Or, I mean, that's what I would do if I were a researcher. I know I'm going to get something. So what would happen if I, so let's see what happens when I try to search Oxford Academic for some Edgar Allan Poe research. Notice that I am already signed in. This is what it looks like when you're easy proxied in, like when you are IP authenticated in. So I know I'm already signed in. And I know I'm signed in because as I scroll down, and because I'm a power user, I know that this icon, the green icon, means that we've purchased it, and that we do indeed have full text to this one. Just as an example, the way to look at it in Oxford University Press is you just click on view a particular chapter, a PDF, and this is what full text normally looks like in Oxford University Press. Okay, just to square that away. So I'm a power user, and I know that the green icon means that I have access to it. And sure enough, I found one. That's going to be a good one. I'm going to write that down in my citation manager and to go back and quote from. But what about these ones? This one says get access. There isn't a green icon. Do we have access to it? This is going to take a minute, but I'll prove to you that we don't. Because normally it's like, okay, I could go to view chapter like I did before. It's still saying get access, but I know I'm signed in, and I know I had items from the past search. It tells me clearly, you do not currently have access to this chapter. Okay, so I guess it just means that Drexel hasn't subscribed to this book. What it really means is Drexel has not subscribed to this book on Oxford University Press. The LibKey Nomad button is still here tempting me. It's saying, click me to view the ebook. But LibKey, I already know I don't have the ebook. I couldn't click on that PDF. It's still here. Please click me. Okay, LibKey, I'm going to click it. What do you have for me? When I clicked on the View ebook button from LibKey Nomad, it brought me to an entirely new website, which is EBSCOhost, familiar to us from earlier and from many. And look at that. It is the correct title, American Horror by Paul, American Terror by Paul. And here we have the PDF full text. So that's amazing. So to me, that's can't understate. I'm not a very empathetic person, but that's really amazing to me. Here's what happened. LibKey Nomad will always show a button whenever there is citation information on the web page. So for example, we have the DOI right here. So it knows to try to put a button there. And it has its own database of Drexel's holdings that we provided it. So LibKey Nomad knows that this DOI is in, or perhaps these ISBNs are within Drexel University's holdings. LibKey Nomad knows that that holdings file is connected to EBSCOhost, not to Oxford University. So that's what will happen. The LibKey Nomad button will appear on any academic scholarly website that you're on that has an identifier, and the button will actually take you to the best version of the item that is purchased by Drexel. So it's not going to give you like a loop or anything. And I think that's cool because if I was a student, I would really kind of get discouraged when I see this get access thing. And I might not have noticed that small print of your library doesn't have access. Not realizing that, libraries are very selective in their purchasing. And honestly, that is everything I had to say. Two really cool two examples that I thought were really cool, just showing you what LibKey Nomad physically looks like, how to install it. So I hope that everyone here is going to go home and install LibKey Nomad themselves. I hope you will tell your colleagues and your clients about it and continue to use it in any instruction or promotional endeavors. So I'm going to sit around here for a while, at least 5 to 10 more minutes. I have time. And so I'm open for questions. I'm going to take a drink first, and then I see a hand.
Yep, it looks like both Janice and Jay have their hands raised. Jay Bot.
So should I go first, or Janice, or do you want to go ahead first, Janice?
It's a really quick question. So thank you, Daniel. Do you find that certain browsers work better with this than others? I tried installing it in Firefox, and I seem to keep having to reload it. So your example, was that Edge that you installed it on?
Yes, I had Edge and I had Google Chrome that I showed.
Okay.
And your experience is correct. Some browser, in fact, the only browser that I know that it doesn't really work on now is Firefox.
Great. Okay.
My second.
All right, I'll reinstall it then.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm cheating because I actually had one more question. The other product, and I can't remember the name of it right now, I think it's EndNoteClick that works through Clarivate. Do these things tend to battle each other out, or is it okay to have multiple third-party resources like this installed, like EndNoteClick and the one you're demonstrating, the Keylib Nomad? And I'll stop asking.
I would have to look up exactly what it does because they might, because what it's doing, because what LibKey Nomad is doing is that, like, so we've given them a holdings file. So, well, as long as it's like a completely different button, like it's a button up top, then they shouldn't conflict. Like basically, LibKey Nomad has its own database of our holdings. So even if, which is what's generating the hyperlink behind this button. So as long as it's an entire, and in fact, as long as it's an entirely different company, if it's Clarivate, then no, those databases wouldn't interact because it's not a public database. It's something that we gave them. We gave them a very specialized list of our KBOT files.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan. This is a great presentation, and I have been experimenting with only Google Chrome. Now, I could see in PubMed, it was very easy to see and full text download paper and all that. But I was wondering if I use an engineering database like Engineering Village or ASTM standards, would it go through those? Because in Engineering Village, I couldn't find, it will tell you find this and you click on it and it will go to Drexel and find paper. But I didn't see a LibKey opened up. So I click on say, but the only thing is in Engineering Village, there are a lot of conference papers, which, yeah, IEEE, try IEEE Access. We should have that. go back because I don't think AIAA we will have it conference, but there is one of the citations I saw it something from IEEE. Yeah, IEEE, they should have it. Now it is open access also, so we should have seen LibKey opened up and go to the full paper, but I don't see that.
Yeah, like I don't see LibKey Nomad open up here. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Like even as I was trying to find examples, I knew like I don't think it shows up in Scopus either. That would be
Right.
something that I could
Mhm.
email Forward Ion about and say, hey, it's not shown it's not showing up even though on the sticker page, even though we have identifiers. Things like
Right.
that.
That's great. And also for the ASTM standard, it does open up, but it says go access through your Drexel library. So what happens at that point?
Yes.
So
Okay. So here's another example. Yep. Yep. So the button that's at the bottom left, I've only really shown you one type.
I see.
There are multiple.
Okay.
This is the most standard one. What we're seeing in ASTM is this is actually a custom banner that we at LITS made
Mm-hmm.
because we noticed that LibKey Nomad wasn't making a button here. And so it's purely custom, simple custom. It's like we can only change this green part here.
Okay.
What it's doing is it's applying the easy proxy prefix so that the person becomes authenticated.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, and I'll show you that slowly. Up at the top URL bar, we just see
If we just know easy proxy, right?
website,
Okay.
click on it. Up at the top, we now see the easy proxy.
Wow, that's great. That's really nice. You can
So
see.
yeah, we can do that for a lot of websites. So if you become really enamored with LibKey Nomad, and then you notice some websites don't have the button at all, we can add a button there. But the only type of button we can add is something like that, where we can force authentication for the website.
Okay.
We can't add like the direct link to the article. For that, we will throw it on and say, hey, your product's not as good as you said it was.
Okay, that's great. And I know you showed us example of Wikipedia, but if someone searches in Google, just simple Google search, and he finds a paper that we have access to it, does LibKey opens up at that time?
I don't think they show up in just google.com.
I see. Okay.
But Google Scholar, it does.
Google Scholar, it will. Okay. Get it at Drexel shows up. And then here is.
That's what, yeah. See, sometimes it goes, well, this is the actual item.
That's right. So, but Google, it will not work, but Google Scholar, it will.
Yeah, but Google Scholar, it should. I think
it should.
Correctly. That's just the get it button.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Dan. This is great. And this is video is going to be recorded. So if I send out to my faculty, I'll just include a link to the video. That will really help. Right?
Oh yeah, yeah. What we have right. Oh yeah. So this will be recorded, so we can stop recording after the questions. So you'll have that, and this library guide page, if you want more of a text format to share with folks. It's the same.
Sure.
It's the online access one. It's the same one where you see the vendors with SSO, which by the way, now full. Oh my gosh.
I see you have American Physical Society now, so that's great.
Yes, if you ever find one that isn't here, let me know. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Dan. Any other questions before we wrap up for the day? All right, I don't see anything in chat, so if no one has anything, thank you all very much. We will post the recording online for you to view again and share with other colleagues and students at Drexel, and please do spread the word about this great tool.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye.